Law enforcement across Gauteng now carrying out patrols as the Easter weekend enters its peak. Our Ahmed Kajee is with Gauteng Traffic Department's high-speed unit around Johannesburg, where we understand one person has now just been arrested for driving at 180 kilometers per hour around the capital. It's a bit of a new intervention, at least for the Easter weekend, these high-speed units, and their aim is to try to clamp down on one of the suspects who've now been found. Ahmed, if you're able to hear us, get us a sense of what's happened.
Good afternoon, Ayana. Yes, what's currently taking place on the R21 north, this is heading towards the Pretoria region. The high-speed unit has been in pursuit over a period of time. A gentleman was traveling over the speed limit, going at 180 kilometers per hour. The sensors over that period had actually read that it went over 185 kilometers per hour at one stage, but obviously due to the system's SOP, it worked out an average speed of around 180 kilometers per hour. As you would see on your visuals, that the suspect is being addressed appropriately by the relevant law enforcement officials. We have been embedding with Officer Jason Mzamba for the last from around 6:30 a.m. I'm just going to allow the visuals to take you through it. As you can see, the suspect currently is being arrested and is being placed in the police vehicle and will be transported to the Littleton police station to then be processed, and the relevant paperwork will be taken through accordingly. His vehicle is on the side of the road just to my left. Law enforcement officials will transport it as well to the Littleton police station. Officer Jason Mzamba is just going to join us as well to perhaps just take us through what has taken place. Officer Jason, could you maybe just take us through what took place from early on? We were in pursuit over the last 5 or 6 minutes. What exactly went through there, and what is the process around the arrest?
Okay, what actually happened, we were on patrol on the R21, direction November towards Centurion, where we observed this silver vehicle which was traveling more than the legal speed limit of 120 on a freeway. So we started recording the driving behavior whilst he was overtaking for quite some time, and the moving violation recorder concluded to an average speed of 181 kilometers an hour. You were here to actually witness that. We pulled them over, put in the blue light, and the gentleman said he was actually fixing this car and testing it, and that's the reason, and he cannot deny that he actually was above the speed limit. What's going to actually happen now, we're going to go to the nearest police station, which is Littleton SAPS, where I'm going to lay formal charges against him of reckless and or negligent driving, with an alternative charge of exceeded a legal speed limit of 120 kilometers an hour to with an average speed of 181 on a 120 zone. So the normal procession of the Criminal Procedure Act will take place, where if they are entitled for bail, they will be released on bail. But because it's a long weekend today, they will actually be released on Monday, where they go and see a magistrate at 9 o'clock. So from here, we're going to go to the nearest police station, which is Littleton, where I'm going to open a case docket and book him in at the holding cells and be back on the road as well.
Perfect. Thanks very much. That's Inspector Jason Mzamba. We have been embedding with his high-speed units for most of the morning so far, and this is the first arrest of the morning when it comes through to high-speed, reckless and negligent driving. Ayanda.
Right, Ahmed, before we let you go, I mean, you've been keeping up with the high-speed unit for much of the morning. Take us through the turnaround time. How quickly was this unit able to locate and, stop the person who's been found now violating some of the country's laws by driving at 180 kilometers?
So patrols across the national highways within Gauteng province has been taking place since this morning, as you've just mentioned. We've traveled across the route for about, 250 kilometers. This is ranging from the Pretoria region all the way up to Kempton Park and various surrounding highways on that front. How this particular incident actually came about was we were driving just past the OR Tambo International, as we normally would see the R21 R21 split. And as that took place, we normally had seen the vehicle speeding for a significant distance as well, and the driver who was with us, that is Inspector Malchas, he then had started pursuing it. Officer Nzama then had turned on the sensors and started the inspection procedures as they normally would, and through that procedure they then normally had identified that the suspect was traveling at 180 kilometers per hour. The entire process, since the time that the sensors had started processing, it was less than 5 minutes until the arrest of the suspect. This obviously came due to the fact that the suspect had pulled over and acknowledged the fault, and then the process of the arrest had started by the inspector on duty.
All right, Ahmed Kajee, thanks very much indeed. Live to us there from one of the busy highways in Pretoria. He's keeping up with the high-speed unit as part of the Gauteng Traffic Department's efforts to try to clamp down on speedsters during this Easter long weekend. That person who you might have just been seen there being arrested driving at 180 kilometers per hour in a 120 zone. We'll continue keeping up with Ahmed Kajee, as I mentioned, if we can catch him.